Good morning everyone, how you doing? Matt here. So I've been getting a lot of questions recently about what I eat day to day, and there seems to be a lot of interest around what full-time athletes eat every day, typically rowers. You know, there's this whole thing about how rowers eat sort of 6,000 to 7,000 calories a day because of the amount we train. And I guess in some ways that is true. On my worst days I probably have hit 6,000 without any issue. But with this video, we've got to take into account that we are currently still in lockdown, and you know, I'm not doing the same workload and volume as I would be doing if I was still full-time in the team. And also I've been a little bit under the weather the last couple of weeks, so I'm still sort of on a recovery plan. So I've just done some fasted yoga before breakfast, which we're about to tuck into now. It's currently just gone past 20 past 9. Next we'll have a 12k ergo, so what I'm going to eat now is going to fuel me in preparation for that. So let's get it. So what I've been doing recently, as I got nothing better to do, I started taking a look more in depth into sort of my nutritional diet side of things. So I'm actually using my fitness pal, and I've been weighing out everything I'm eating. So what I start with is I put everything on this scale, and it just helps me track what I'm eating, I guess. And maybe it might help, maybe it won't, but for the time being, whilst I'm in lockdown, it sort of helps keep my mind ticking over. It gives me something to focus on the day-to-day. You know, it's something added to my daily structure. You know, you're not out and about doing other bits and pieces. So what I'm going to do, I put my saucepan straight on the scales. Everything I'm going to consume and put in the porridge is going to go straight in there, and it's so simple. You know, throw everything in the pan, chuck it on the hob, boil it through. At the end of the day, it is porridge. So I hope you enjoy. So typically what I've been doing every morning before I start my ergo is I just have a bowl of porridge. This isn't normal. It's something I've been trying out for the last sort of couple of weeks. Usually I wake up every morning, have 2 slices of toast with 4 fried eggs on top before I go to Caversham and train. But like I said, I'm trying out different things now. We've done the fasted yoga. We're now going to jump into some porridge, time over the 12k. After that, then I might treat myself to the eggs and the toast. I do really enjoy them, but at the moment we're going to try porridge for first breakfast, and we're going to try the eggs for the second breakfast. So the base of any good porridge is obviously the oats. I'm going to zero the scales, and I'm going to add in 50 grams of the oats. There we go, on the nose. Next up, we're going to add our scoop of whey protein. I've got strawberry flavour, but it doesn't really matter too much. We use it purely for the protein. Okay, and to that we then add 200 ml of, I use semi-skimmed milk, but use any milk you want. I imagine full fat will be pretty bloody good with this. So 200 grams or 200 millilitres. There we go. Next up, I like adding some frozen blueberries. Obviously not going to be frozen for long. 50 grams of those. There we go. I add a little bit of cinnamon in there as well, just a little dash. And that is pretty much it. So this is what it looks like when it's all mixed together. As you probably tell, it makes quite a runny mix of porridge. And I think that is purely because we're using frozen berries. So obviously as they thaw out and melt, they add quite a lot of fluid to the mix itself, but I don't mind, it's quite nice. What I'm going to add to this as well is I'm just going to chop up an apple, and I leave that cold at the bottom of the bowl, and I just pour the hot porridge on top of that. So that's meal number 1 prepared, and I'm about to tuck into that now. I'm currently at my desk. I'm going to do some work before I start my ergo in about an hour and a half's time. The macros for this porridge is about 500 calories, it's 63 grams of carbs, 9.2 grams of fat and 37.1 grams of protein. So for me, it ticks every single box. This I think is perfect for what I'm about to do and to fuel my body and help it recover and fuel it up. The reason the protein is so high is because we used the whey protein powder to add in there. If we didn't have that, then this would only be 7 grams of protein, so it'd be a very carb heavy breakfast. But I try and maximize as much protein as I can with each meal, because I track my diet at the moment by overall calories. I don't really care what creates those calories, but the one thing I want to try and keep on top of is my protein intake, sort of help the muscles recover, get bigger and stronger in that sense. So throughout the entire day, by the end of it, I want to try and hit my target, which is around 200 grams of protein. But apart from that, I don't really care where my calories come from, as long as I manage to hit around 3,000 calories. If it's 200 below, if it's 100 over, whatever, I'm not too fussed, to be honest. I'm just trying it out and seeing how it feels. So far, I'm really enjoying it. So work, ergo, meal number 2.
Give it one more chance. Worry and honey. Give it one more chance. Worry and honey. Give it one more chance.
So I've just showered after finishing the yoga, and it's time to create meal number 2. What I thought I'm going to go for is I'm going to recreate what I normally have for first breakfast, which is the eggs and the toast, but I'm going to bulk it out with some onions. What I've got going down is 200 grams of egg whites, 2 whole eggs. We're going to bulk it out with 1 red onion, and then we're going to sort of mix it all together, turn it into an omelette, have that on 2 slices of toast, and I'm going to treat myself and have a second coffee for the day. So that'll be my lunch. If I'm hungry after that, then I might have another snack, but sort of an hour and a half after finishing this second meal, we're going to go for our 60-minute walk. So after I've sauteed the onions, I take them out because I want to leave the pan as it is. In goes the egg whites. And the 2 eggs. Now once the omelette has started cooking through, I'll add the onions back in, that way the onions don't burn to the bottom of the pan and it just makes it all minging. So let that cook through, add some salt, add some pepper, throw the onions back in, the toast's popped up. I'm going to butter that with, I think it's some sort of lighter spreadable margarine. It's not butter, it's not full fat, but I like it, it's good. Make the coffee, crack on with some work. And there we have it. Doesn't have to look too pretty. I mean, to me that looks bloody gorgeous. Omelette on toast. So as you just seen, I've just made this beautiful omelette, and the macros for this meal number 2, you're looking at 647 calories, 42.2 grams of carbs, 31.8 grams of fat, and 47.7 grams of protein. So that's meal number 2. I'm starving, so I'm going to get this down me. Again, got to crack on with the work, always grinding, got to write those training programs, and then we're going to go out for our walk. So the time now is just come out to 3 o'clock. I've just had a good catch-up meeting with Brendan, our performance director. I'm feeling quite peckish after that lunch, as good as it was. I'm still quite hungry. I still need to go on my walk, but what I'm going to have now is a cinnamon bagel with 30 grams of peanut butter, because that's one serving, and I'm weighing everything now. And I'm also going to chop up a whole banana and have that with it. So cinnamon bagel, peanut butter with banana. Going to scoff that down, then we're going to get out there, get some sunshine, breathe in the fresh air. And yeah, just enjoy a nice walk up and down, I guess, the river here in Reading. Look at the water, but not touch it with a boat. So, there she is. Nice and simple. Cinnamon and raisin bagel, one whole banana, 30 grams of peanut butter. And the macros for that are 489 calories, 69 grams of carbs, 15.8 grams of fat, and 16.9 grams of protein. So that is more than enough to sort of get me through this walk. I'm super hungry, so we're going to pack that in. That's technically meal 3. And we'll catch you after the walk. Lockdown's not too bad. If it wasn't for the lockdown, I would never have found this route. I've been driving past every single day and missing out on this beautiful route down to the river that I've walked every single day for the last week and a half now, and it's great, especially when the sun's out. Sun's out, guns out. Oh. So, I'm just back from my walk. It is now, it's almost 5 o'clock. I'm a little bit hungry, but I'm not massively hungry. I'm sort of coming out of this phase of just eating because I'm bored. So I'm a little bit hungry. I'm not massively hungry. So what I think I'm going to do, I'm going to make a protein shake and maybe have I have these really nice caramel Snacker Jacks. I'll have one of those because I've actually got to jump on the desk. I need to go to the desk and jump on my laptop soon because I'm doing a podcast with a friend of mine. So hopefully that won't take too long. And then once the podcast is done, it should bring us up to around 6 o'clock and we can start preparing dinner. Right, well that's the podcast over with. That went on a bit longer than I thought it would. Actually got quite cold, so threw my hoodie back on again. It's actually, what time is it now? It's almost 6 o'clock in the evening, so it's been quite a good day so far. I've got lots of things done. But before I make my dinner, I was thinking maybe I'll do a 4th session of the day, and I'm thinking about doing some press-ups. So what I'm going to do 10 diamond press-ups, 10 narrow press-ups, and then 10 wide grip press-ups. But I'm going to do 10 sets, 10 reps, 9 reps, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All on all 3, so sort of 10, 10, 10, 9, 9, 9, 8, 8, 8, and so on and so forth. I've done it once before and it took about 15 minutes, but I think I can go quicker. And it'll actually be quite interesting to see what happens to my heart rate as well. This will be the one last test of the day. We'll get it cranked up, we'll see how it goes, and yeah, get a good pump on before dinner. Okay, so the music is playing and we are going to start the timer and we're gonna see how it goes, I guess. So start off with diamonds. So it's now time for dinner, and what I'm thinking of doing, because I've got quite a lot of calories to catch up on, which isn't always a bad thing for situations just like this, is I'm going to have a whole pack of the Tesco beef ragu ravioli. I'm going to have that with 200 grams of 2% turkey mince and half a bag of this. So I think all in all that'd be just over 1,000 calories. But I'm going to get on, I'm going to cook it, and then afterwards I'll let you know what the macros are. So, what will be your favourite dinner? This is probably one of my favourites. It's quick, it's simple, it's healthy. When I'm behind, it helps get the calories in, but they're good, healthy calories. A lot of the calories is coming from the pasta. You know, it's a good mix of carbs, good mix of protein. You get a lot of veg in here. These vegetable stir fries, they cook down brilliantly, and so you get a lot of bang for your buck in there. So, what would be your favourite dinner? I mean, hands down, mine is an amazing steak and chips. But this one ain't bad either. So comment in the comment below the video and let me know what your favourite dinner is. Pasta, turkey mince, and a load of veg. Now, I'm just sort of sat on my couch about to tuck into my dinner. That's sort of meal 4 of the day. The macros for dinner is 1,037 calories, 123.6 grams of carbs, 18.9 grams of fat, and 84.5 grams of protein. So it's a hefty dinner. It's a hefty way to finish the day, but I'm a big boy. I need a lot of feeding. I need to fuel those gains, start the recovery, ready for tomorrow. That's meal number 4. So we've had 4 meals and 1 snack so far, and I've got enough sort of calories left over to have some pudding later on if I feel like it. We're still not at 3,000 calories, but we will get there easily before we go to bed with that one last meal that I'll show you later on. And while I'm sat here, yes, I'm on my couch in front of the TV about to start eating my dinner. Are you someone that prefers having your dinner on the couch, or do you have to have it at the dining room table every night? Let me know in the comments below. So, it is just coming up to 9:30 in the evening. I've been working at my desk editing another video that will be coming out after this one, maybe a week after. Stay tuned, it's got something to do with my watch, the Polar Ignite, so that'd be quite cool. I am hungry again now, and we've got to finish off our calorie count for the day. So I'm going to make a really simple pudding that actually tastes really, really good. And it's been one I've been having quite a lot recently. And it's basically Greek style yogurt with some sort of triple chocolate brownie bar that's really low calorie, but it's high in fiber. So I've been adding that in quite a lot. We're going to throw in some more frozen berries and then some really good 0 calorie sauce that you can buy from bulk powders. So that was an amazing find, and I found that from another YouTuber. So it's really good pudding, and it's actually very low in calories, and it will take us just over that 3,000 calorie mark. So let's get stuck in. So we need 300 grams of the yogurt. Perfect, 0 it again. 50 grams of our lovely frozen blueberries. Perfect. And then 1 of these triple chocolate cake bars by Fiber One. They're only 90 calories, but they actually taste incredible. And if you've got a bit of a sweet tooth, every evening like I tend to have, these are great if you want to feel like you're being naughty but you're not. So I like to just break it up. It's got some gooey stuff inside it which is so good. Break that up like so. And last but not least, we need some of our 0 calorie, I've got chocolate caramel flavoured sauce. I've actually ordered 2 more that are on their way, but I can't remember what they are. But this one is better than the butterscotch one by a country mile. The butterscotch one just tastes like chemicals. This one actually tastes like chocolate, which is great. So put a bit of that on the top. And that is pudding complete. Come and have a look. Tell me that that is not appetizing. Oh. So good. So good. Oh, brain freeze. I put the macros, sort of, I guess, in the bottom again. But I'm going to leave it there. That is what I'm currently sort of eating day to day whilst I'm not in the full program. I'm in lockdown. My days don't look much different to what I'm doing now. Maybe in a week's time. Rather than doing the press ups in the evening, I'll be doing another 12k ergo. And in the morning, that 12k ergo will probably be more like a 16k ergo. So, you know, next week, I'll probably up my daily intake by another 500, maybe even another 1,000 calories. But for now, you know, I think we've just punched over 3,000 calories. I'll also put that in the video for you now. But if you did like any of the recipes, I'll make sure to write them in the description below, so you can go down, press the little button below this video. You can see everything I've eaten today with all the grams and all the macros in case you want to replicate any of that back home. If you enjoyed the video, leave a like. If you're new to the channel, please subscribe, follow the journey. You know, we're still very much on the road to Rio. That was a long time ago. On the road to Tokyo. We're on the road to Tokyo 2020/now 2021. So, you know, thank you for joining me and have a great day.